Okay, so let's talk about some objection handling and why I don't put too much focus on it. I'll start off by saying that you should know how to handle objections, but the word tracks aren't the focus. They're not the whole point of it. A lot of people put too much emphasis on getting the word tracks right, saying all the right specific words. And that's not necessarily what makes objection handling work. From what I've observed, I've seen, and what I've experienced myself is the things that make objection handling work is conviction, care, understanding, and detachment. So I'm going to talk about those four things, starting off with conviction. Again, if I were to just overarching all of those things, these are the energies you have to give across while you're going through certain word tracks. I'm not going to get into which word tracks to use and when, but I'll say that this is the overarching energy that's going to make your word tracks work properly, and even make it work if you're not using some kind of word track. If you're just speaking from the heart, just speaking to them normally, like you should be in most cases on these calls. And like I said, conviction is just going to be the assurity that you have that this is going to work for them. It's going to be how much belief you have, not only in your service and what you do. The confidence isn't only there, but the confidence is in them specifically doing this thing. You see something in them. You trust that your service is great, your delivery team is great, but then you also, throughout the conversation, the prospect has realized that your conviction in them doing this has slowly risen as they got to know you, as you've gotten to know them better. And there's a calmness to it. There's a calm confidence that you're displaying on this call. There's a stoicism that you're displaying on this call that's making them say, man, this person must know something that I don't know. They must see something in me that I don't see. You know, for some reason they have this conviction, and that helps me trust this decision even more. So you want to make sure, first thing is have conviction. Two, like I said, care. It's a when you're helping them navigate objections, there's a bit of a push, but it's not because of your own motives. It's because you want what's genuinely best for them. They can see, they can feel, they can tell that you're empathetic to their situation, and you have a love for them, mainly based out of the passion that you have for the service that you provide. Can they see in you that you have their best interest at heart? And can they see that regardless of their specific best interests, that you genuinely, if you're selling a fitness offer, want to see people get in shape because you know the importance it brings and how it changes people's lives? Can they see in you that you really love to see businesses scale, or help them overcome this thing? You know, whatever it is you're selling, do they get the sense that you just care about them and that you're willing to tell them that they shouldn't move forward if, based off of your analysis, it didn't make sense? Are you pointing them in the right direction no matter what that is? And that's, we'll get into that with a detachment. Maybe I should have put that as the next point, but that goes in conjunction with understanding, right? They'll see that you care if you did this piece where you actually took the time to fully understand their situation. And that's where the importance of doing a good discovery is. And if you've watched my other videos about like the trust formula, that's where this comes in. But have you taken the time to really understand their situation fully, and also understand the type of support they need from you, right? The word tracks don't really account for the type of person you're speaking to. If I'm, selling maybe like a more gym bro kind of offer, and I'm talking to, 19-year-old guy that's overweight, and because of his lack of confidence and laziness, you're going to speak to him a little bit differently than I might speak to another type of prospect, maybe a B2B offer, or an offer where I'm helping women in some kind of way. I might speak to them a little bit differently. I might push a little bit differently. I might motivate a little bit differently. I might show empathy a little bit differently, right? So do you have an understanding based on your conversation with the person to know what type of support they need in that moment? Do they need a, come on, pick yourself up, let's go? Do they need a, hey, I'm going to be there with you every step of the way? What type of support do they need? And do you understand them at a level that they say, okay, this person understands what I need. And that's good, because that is a reflection of the level of care and support I'm going to get with the company. They're seeing their interaction with you, how you make them feel, the whether you're willing to challenge them, whether you're willing to, take the extra step, go the extra mile for them. They're saying, is like, they're looking at you and they're reflecting that to how they're going to be treated by the CSM or whoever's doing the delivery in the offer that you're passing them on to, right? And the last part, detachment, you're just detached from the sale. It's not coming, like, your conversation with them is not coming from, anything that you want them to do. It's coming from what they told you they want to do, right? Your job is to help them navigate their concerns, hold them accountable to their words, and help them be consistent, help them be congruent, right? That's why some of my favorite questions on sales calls is, after I've pitched, do you feel like this is exactly what you need? Before I've pitched, what kind of support do you need in order to hit their goals after I've gone through what they're trying to achieve here, right? And I tying it down, saying, hey, if you had that support, do you feel confident that you'd be able to hit XYZ targets, right? And then really going in depth with them. Hey, this is how I think that we could help. This is what I think you need. Do you want me to break it down in a little bit more details so I can show you exactly how we help people in this way? And they're giving me yes, yes, yes all along the way. And then when we get to any type of concerns, it's either, logistical, timeline, financial concerns. But if it's more of like fear and emotional concerns, I'm not there to push them. I'm there to hold them accountable to the words that they said throughout the entirety of the call, what they told me they want. I'm there to help them navigate their thoughts so they can come to the conclusion that will result in them making the best decision possible, whether that's moving forward with me or not. Detached from my own desires, the commission that I want to make or whatever. And when they can sense that you're trying to help them navigate this and trying to help them think through the pros and cons of moving forward, and it's not from any massive sense of bias, because it's hard to completely eliminate bias, but they can tell that genuinely you're trying to help them work through it as unbiasedly as possible, then massive trust is created. Then objections get handled. Then word tracks are not needed. If you haven't taken the time to figure out how to implement any of these things, watch some more of my videos, join the community, and I talk about this stuff all the time, and try it out on your calls. I promise you it's going to help you a ton. One of the main things I got on my sales calls, after I closed a deal, and maybe I spoke to them a month later, weeks later, after they got results, whatever, or even right after, the main thing I would hear over and over and over again is, hey, I bought from you because I just got the sense that you actually cared, that got the sense that you're actually just trying to help me. I spoke to a lot of people, but I decided to move forward with you because I could tell that you actually wanted to help me and you didn't have your own, ulterior motives glaring out, right? If you can do that, selling becomes a lot easier. Serving people becomes a lot easier. And you could do it and sleep at night properly, because you're only selling the people that you genuinely believe you can help, that you can help, and that will get good results as long as they put in the work and you're holding them accountable to that. Hopefully that helps. I'll see you guys in the next video.